it is true that we begin our new journey with a new look. Get a drum roll, please. Wacha! There we go. Look at me. I'm almost 3D. More than a head and a hand, that's for sure. Whew, I go this way. I go that way. I go this way. I go that way. Maybe need a better camera, but that's okay. There we go. So yeah, this is what I've been working on during the hiatus. This is what I've been working on. This is what I've been working on. If it wasn't obvious from the lower quality, I did make it myself. I had to learn, I made the model, I learned Live 2D. It was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun. Obviously, I didn't go for a more humanoid character, because I don't think I could have drawn that, but... yeah, the bow tie, it gives a little character, and if you notice the model has jiggle physics, where it matters. My sword go back and forth. I go back and forth because I'm too close to the camera. There we go. Someday I might need to just get a camera farther from my face, but yeah, there we go. This is the model we're going to be rocking with for a while. We'll see how it goes. I might still need to use the head and the hand every once in a while, just because I know VTube Studio can be hellish on your computer. But, but this is what we'll have for the every once in a while. I even, because when I first made the model, I didn't like it all that much because you couldn't tell when I was talking. So if you notice, there's a little rattle physic added to the helmet, so you can always tell when I'm talking. GG on learning 2D. Yeah, it was rough. I still don't have... There's still a lot I need to learn. Like, full disclosure, I tried to do some hand rigging. I got it mostly right. But oh, I couldn't cross the finish line. When I tried to get it through VTube Studio, it did not cooperate. But we got quite the deal here, and I'm gonna you know what? Well, no, let's do this first. Let's do this first. I can show off some other things I did in Live 2D. I'm definitely not a pro. Please do not commission me. I am not a professional. I am learning it, and it is a very not complicated necessarily. Tedious might be the right word. It's a lot of software. It's a lot of software. But with the new look comes a new name. And new logos, new everything. So if I can get this set up. There we go, there we go. We're ready. Drum roll. I am no longer C3TV Crusader. From henceforth you shall refer to me as Host of Lourdes. Tis I. Yes. West of Lourdes, a mighty Crusader, here to save the Holy Land. Hey, logo, thank you. Woohoo! Now we got a little more. We got a little more personal name. Let me know if I need to turn down the music. Love the font. Thank you. Thank you. As usual, I used a Crusader Kings background for this image, but other than that, all of the assets I make myself, because myself is free. I don't need to pay myself. So yeah, at least for this logo, that was all hand traced technically. But yeah, we got a little asset library at the end here. But we're doing a full re-debut. We're gonna do, let me see if I can fix this. Oh well. WOL, yeah, you got it. Wol. We're doing a full re-debut. Well, let me tell you a little about myself. So I am American, if you couldn't tell by my little accent here. Oh, little American. Wally, yeah. Faith, I am a Catholic, if you couldn't tell from the armor and the sword and the key row on my gauntlets. And the general vibe I'm going for here. That Wally, that is my short name. Okay, if you say so, producer. I am Wally now. Wally West. No! No, wait, that means I'm the Flash. I can live with that. I can live with being the Flash. I have a variation on my logo. I've got a few variations. You just, you hold your horses there. My hobbies are reading and writing. I mainly read a lot of fantasy, if you couldn't tell from the sword on my hip, once again. But I also read a lot of philosophy. A lot of old books. Keep myself well rounded. Currently making my way through Thomas Aquinas, so that's been something. Exactly, I want to be the Flash. Super speed. Go this way, I go that way, I go this way, I go that way. Super speed is probably one of the better superpowers, honestly, so you know what? I can be okay with being Wally West. That's alright. I can work with it. Related to that, my major when I was in college was political science and philosophy and religion. That's what I mostly read about, that's what I mostly study. That's my base of expertise. Hence, I had the podcast where I discussed politics, philosophy, and religion on a weekly basis. So that's me. That's a sort of a commentary you can expect every once in a while. My initial debut was in 2023, so we're coming up on 2 years now. Hard to believe. Walter Western, yeah. That's my alternate identity. Yippee-ki-yay. I'm going to Wally West. I'm the quickest draw in the West. And that's me. I'm also West. The quickest draw in me. That's right. Don't you forget it. Yeah, almost 2 years ago now. Could say it's my persona. Persona? Persona! I wish I had... Sorry, I don't have a gun on me. Can't shoot myself. That's what... No, I rip the helmet off, and then my persona is unleashed. Unfortunately, I don't have that animation yet, so you're just gonna have to wait on that one, little doggy. Survival craft and RPGs, those are my favorite types of games to play. Of course, RimWorld is this game I've streamed most on the channel since I started, and we're gonna be going back to that shortly. But broadly speaking, I tend to enjoy them. There's I don't want to say there's few I dislike, but I'm always down for a good RPG. I'm always down for a good survival game, whether it's a hardcore or just a laid-back life sim. It's whatever to me. I like them all. You can expect to see a little bit of both, every now and again at least. My favorite things. My favorite food is pizza. Basic. I know. I once had someone was like, hey, why is pizza your favorite food? You know, did your mother used to make it for you? Is there some sort of a emotional connection? It's like, no, I just like it. Right? Do I need a reason to like pizza? It's pizza. Yeah, pizza's good. Like, do I need a reason to like pizza? Pizza's good. I can eat a lot of pizza, and I have eaten a lot of pizza. And I will continue to do so. And you can't stop me. But not with pineapple. Anyway, favorite book is Crime and Punishment. That book will change your life if you read it and if you understand it. End of the second act is a little difficult, but it is an incredible book. It's the only book, I'm proud to admit, it's the only book that's ever made me cry. I'm not a crier. That book is beautiful. It's awesome. Why do I like pizza? Because I want more pizza. Exactly. You understand it. Kindred spirit, you and I. My favorite author is C.S. Lewis. He's probably my most read author. I've read basically his whole collection. I can count on one hand his books that I haven't read. It's not a lot. He's my favorite author, and if ever I publish a non-fiction thing and advertise it here, you'll see that a lot of my writing style takes from him when I write non-fiction, when I write essays and stuff. He is the GOAT of the 20th century, that's for sure. My favorite anime/manga is One Piece! The One Piece is real! In case you couldn't tell by the fact that I literally wrote a whole book on playing One Piece and Dungeons & Dragons. It's... I love One Piece. I do need to give an honorable mention to Katanagatari. It's the sword story. I like me a good sword, if you couldn't tell. It's severely underrated, but it's held back by the fact that it's impossible to watch by ordinary means. I will not elaborate. I will not elaborate. But yes, as I was saying, my favorite anime manga is One Piece. The One Piece is in fact real. It's real to me, it's real in my heart. I don't care what you say, I have watched One Piece through start to finish 100% twice, and I'm on my third start to finish rewatch. And that's not including individual arc rewatch. Definitely, it's probably my most watched anime. I guess it's not particularly close, is it? When you're dealing with 1,000 episodes. It is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, shout out to Katanagatari. It's severely underrated, mostly because it's not available on any major streaming services. But it's really good. One of my favorites. If it was easier to watch, and if the episodes weren't 40 minutes long, it probably would be my favorite. My favorite video game is Okami. You haven't ever played that. It's my favorite game. They're working on a sequel that should be coming out soon, so that's on my must-play immediately list. That's my release day playlist. I love the game. I actually have a little bit of an interesting story with it. I first got it on the Wii, but the motion controls for that game were so awful that it was basically unplayable. But I heard so many good things about it that I picked it up on my Xbox later, and it worked just fine, and now it's my favorite game. Favorite songs? I don't know that we'll ever do karaoke, definitely not anytime soon. But if such a time ever does come, it may benefit you to know. My favorite song is Me and Magdalena by the Monkees. My favorite artist is Dean Martin. I listen to jazz, soft rock, 60s rock, stuff like that. The two genres are actually more closely related than most people realize. Yeah, we'll go on. So a few fun facts about me. This is to make up for when I didn't do the whole Twitter 5 fun facts about you earlier. That was trending a few weeks ago. This is why I was setting up for this. So first fun fact, I spent a year as a youth minister and a catechist. The only reason I'm not still in that job, I really enjoyed it. The only reason I'm still not in that job is because of pay. I think that probably explains itself. But it is what it is, and it gave me more time to do this, so that's something. So this is a deep cut. So the reason the Crusader ended up being my mascot is because it started with a C. There was such a trend? Yeah, there was such a trend. It was a few weeks ago. It was going around, Ace probably knows what I'm talking about. It was going around VTuber circles mostly. It was list 5 fun facts about yourself. Yeah, the reason I ended up going with the Crusader as the mascot is because it started with a C. See, I already had C3TV picked out as the name. That's already what I was attached to. So that was kind of just a given. And so, I knew I wanted to make a little VTuber avatar, or a little PNG tuber, as it were, but I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. I had a few options in mind. I couldn't just do like an anime character, because I didn't really have the ability to do that. I debated having an animal character, but I thought that might turn away the audience I was looking for. And so I was thinking, like, okay, what else? What else can I do? What else can I do? What else can I do? And then I started thinking, well, it's C3TV, so I should probably start with a C. And then Crusader was one of the first things that came to mind, so that's how it all got started. Of course, that's not the only reason I chose the Crusader. It's also because, same reason I didn't choose the animal model, I thought it might do a better job of representing what I was about and communicating to the audience I was trying to reach. Crusader fits perfectly. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And this is I told you I like to read and write. In case it weren't, in case you didn't already know, this should tell you. I have published 2 books, and I've written between 4 and 6, depending on how you count it. So 2 are published, 1 is written, but not published. I'm working on it. I need to make art for it. So God only knows when that'll finally get published. Boy. And I also wrote a 3rd book, but the 3rd book is so long that I actually got, I'm not going to talk too much about it, I got printed physical copies of it, and it was so long that I had to split it into 3. So even though it's a single book, it's probably best described as a series of books, even though that wasn't my intention, because it's longer than the entire Chronicles of Narnia series put together. And it's longer than most of the Lord of the Rings books put together. It's very long. And so that's why I say between 4 and 6, because in my mind it's 1 book, but then when you actually print it, it becomes 3. So, yeah, and the thing is, it actually worked out perfectly. Oh, ad. I was trying to snooze ads. It worked out perfectly, because Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 were perfectly divided. So when I got the books printed, the first one was Act 1, the second one was Act 2, and the third one was Act 3. It was perfect. Perfect. Some of them were just on the cusp of what I could print. And so it was fun. I'm not going to talk... That one will probably never see the light of day. Because the short of it... Oh god, I hate even to admit this. The short of it is that it was a fan fiction. So it can never be published. It had original plot, original characters, all of that, but that's why. It was my first major work of fiction. And so I'm kind of worried about shipping outside the US. No. That's not the problem. Amazon takes care of all that. Amazon takes care of all that. You can't publish it because of trademark copyright reasons. Honestly, there probably, if I really wanted to, I probably could. I really wanted to, but I don't really want to, and I don't want to deal with that. It was my first major work, it was a passion project, and I'm really glad I did it, because it taught me the best way to learn is to do. And by doing that, I learned a lot. And that has already and will continue to inform my future projects. In addition to the 2 books, I've also written a movie script. It's currently getting fielded right now, proofread by some third parties, and then we're going to try to pitch it. That one I'm not going to talk too much about because it's actually not mine to talk about. Technically, I'm kind of a ghostwriter on the project. But I did write it. So next fun fact. So I guess this fun fact has 2. The first one is that I am engaged, so I am sorry ladies, I am very taken. But I also... I met... This might be why God led me away from the... from youth ministry, because I did the podcast on Sundays. I only met her because of the podcast. Which is really nuts to think about. I understand a lot of other streamers actually have fairly similar stories, where, as much as it may shock, and as much as people say it never happens, it's like, oh yeah, just this guy just reached out to me one day and said, I like what you do, and the rest was history. And that was kind of the same. A friend, my co-host for the podcast, introduced her to it, she liked what she saw, and the rest was history. And I am very lucky. So I mentioned this a little bit earlier. I do play Dungeons & Dragons. I am the forever DM of a 5-year-long game, and I've written a lot of homebrew. I've started linking it in my YouTube descriptions, but I do publish on DriveThruRPG. I've written a lot more than I've published, and so there's a lot of stuff that's done but not ready to be published yet, just because it needs more flavor text or whatever else. But that is a little side hustle for me. That's a little side hustle for me, and it's something I enjoy a lot. My main deal being, as I said before, being One Piece D&D. I literally wrote the book on it. That book needs some edits, but I wrote the book on it, and that's what matters. I guess technically that would be the first book I ever wrote, because it was done before the other book was done. Depends on how you count it, I guess. For my any Catholic friends I have in the audience or watching this on VOD, I do have devotions to Our Lady of Sorrows and to St. Monica. Those two have a lot of importance to me. So, those are my fun facts, things about me that you may or may not care to know. For the future, I've discussed this in previous streams, this is our current stream schedule and what we're going to be doing going forward. Sundays are going to be Metaphor ReFantazio. We're continuing that series from before the rebrand. Tuesdays we're going to do RimWorld. Fancy schedule? Not that fancy. I need to make a better one. I haven't made it yet. I still have my old one, but I haven't been using it because it's a bit of a pain. Tuesdays we're going to go back to RimWorld. I have some ideas. I still need to field them. I need to get moving on that. And Thursdays, starting next week, we're going to be playing LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. We're going to be trying to 100% that. We do still have some plans for today. Things that I'll probably go over in a minute. Something that I will do is just here at the end, I'm going to do a little asset showcase. So on this, you can see all of the main assets that I've made. These are all the various logos that you're going to be seeing in the future. So of course, the one in the top left, that's going to be the new avatar to replace my current one. I might change it down the line, but I'm going to keep it with that one for now, because it's similar enough to my old one that people will recognize it. The bow tie, yeah, the bow tie. Bow tie, bow tie, bow tie. The bottom left and the bottom right you've already seen, and then the top left and top right are things that we'll be using in the future, things that I might be using the thumbnails of different videos, or as watermarks, things like that. Something I'm also going to show off over here is I have some new the new starting screens. So, and I'll repeat, all the animations you see were made in Live 2D. So whenever you're waiting on a stream, this is what you're going to be seeing from now on. No worries, welcome back. I'm just showing up, so this will be the new starting screen whenever you're waiting on a stream to start. Once again, animated in Live 2D. I'm glad. I'm also really proud of the Twitter banner I made, but I don't have that prepared to show off. It'll be up when it's up. It'll be up when it's up. And so we also have, in addition to that, you love the wanted poster. Thanks. I was I thought it was a nice little touch. Low-key very One Piece. Yeah, I know. I was aware of that, even though that wasn't necessarily what I was going for. As soon as I had the idea, I realized, oh yeah, that's me coded. I would do that. But it's also, I think it's kind of funny because, you know, the stream is starting soon, and I'm wanted because I'm not there yet. So whenever we're running into technical difficulties, or whenever we're taking a bathroom break, it's wanted because the bow tie, it's true. My looks can kill. It's not legal to look this good. I'm too fly. That's what they say. I'm too fly. But whenever we're taking look so professional, thank you. I'm proud of how it turned out. I spent basically all of yesterday working on this. It ended up being a little more difficult than I thought it would be, but it all turned out right. But for when our technical difficulties or bathroom breaks, we have this screen here. This one actually took quite a bit to figure out. Live 2D does not like 360 rotation, so that's a little unfortunate. Your break online could be funny to have an image that says you are out crusading. You know, that is a good idea. I like that. Be right back. I'm out taking the Holy Land. That is funny. I'll see what I can't do about that. This one I might rework a little bit, because this one I feel like could be improved. But it'll probably stay essentially the same, even if it's not exactly the same. And then we come back to the new studio. The new studio. With my little screensaver over there. But oh well, I get... doesn't do for the grand debut, but... Maybe we'll do something later that'll show it off. I do have some more plans for today. So the big thing is, this was put to a vote on X. Later today I'm going to try to stream some Fate Grand Order. I'm going to try and 100% the tower event that's going on right now in one shot. I love the tower events, and I always try to blitz them in one shot. And I figured, you know, why not stream it? Why not stream it? I'm going to try and start that at 7, and we go until I finish, or until I hit a wall. Or until I hit the wall, or until 3 AM. Whichever comes first. Whichever comes first. What I'll also do, and I'm going to actually go to the BRB. It's a good challenge stream? Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. And what we'll do is, now that I've officially re-debuted, is I'm going to pull up and do the reaction to the Persona 4 Revival Persona 4 Revival teaser. I promised Ace I'd do it once I debuted, so it feels like a good time to do it.